I never thought I'd come home from a normal grocery run and find someone else's car sitting comfortably inside my garage, not blocking the driveway, not parked nearby. Inside my garage. The door was closed like it belonged there. For a second, I honestly thought I'd walked into the wrong house. Same walls, same tools on a rack, same old oil stain on the floor, but shiny white SUV sitting dead center where my truck should have been. That's when my stomach dropped. I opened the door to the house, and before I could even process what was happening, I heard heels clicking behind me. "Oh, good, you're back," a woman said casually, like she'd been waiting for me. I turned around, and there she was. Perfect hair, clipboard tucked under her arm, that tight HOA smile that never quite reaches the eyes. Karen, the HOA president. She gestured toward the garage like she was doing me a favor. I needed a safe place to park for a few days. The street is for residents only. I asked her if she lost her mind. She didn't even flinch. She told me that because my garage was underutilized, she had authority under HOA guidelines to temporarily use it for community benefit. I laughed loudly. I asked her to show me the rule. She waved her clipboard and said, "It's complicated. You wouldn't understand." That's when I knew this wasn't a misunderstanding. This was entitlement on a whole new level. I told her to move the car. Immediately, she crossed her arms and said she'd be gone in a couple days and that I should be neighborly. Then she walked away. Just walked away. Left her car. In my locked garage. On my property. Something in me snapped, but not in the way she expected. Instead of yelling, instead of calling the HOA or starting a scene, I did something very simple. I waited until she was gone, walked into the garage, closed the door, and locked it. Then I went inside, packed a suitcase, grabbed my passport, and booked a vacation I've been putting off for years. 2 weeks. Different time zone. Phone on silent. Sun-ocean peace. The next morning, my phone started vibrating like it was possessed. Missed calls. Voicemails. Texts. "This is illegal. Open the garage now. I'm calling the police." Then the HOA email started rolling in, formal language masking pure panic. Apparently, Karen needed her car for a very important meeting. Apparently, this was all my fault. By day 3, the police showed up at my house. My neighbor later told me they tried to break in, until they realized the garage was part of a privately owned structure, not HOA property. No warrant, no emergency, no case. Karen stood on the driveway screaming, while officers calmly explained there was nothing they could do. Watching that Ring camera footage from the beach was, honestly, therapeutic. By the end of the first week, her tone changed. The messages went from angry to desperate. "Please, I just need my medication from the car." Then back to threats. Then silence. The HOA tried to find me. I sent one email back from a hammock, attaching my deed and the section of state law about unlawful use of private property. That was the last message I sent. When I finally came home 2 weeks later, my garage was quiet. Too quiet. I opened the door slowly. The SUV was still there, dusty, untouched, exactly where she left it. I unlocked it, stepped back, and waited. 10 minutes later, Karen came storming down the street like a bull seeing red. She started yelling before she even reached my driveway. I let her finish. Then I handed her a printed invoice. 14 days of unauthorized storage, private property use, security fee, administrative fee. She laughed until she realized I was serious. She called a lawyer. So, did I? A week later, the HOA clarified their parking rules. A month later, Karen quietly resigned. Now my garage is empty again. Quiet, exactly how I like it. And every time I close that door, I smile, because some people think power comes from a clipboard. But sometimes, all it takes is a lock and a plane ticket.